Replicas synopsis. A scientist becomes obsessed with bringing back his family members who died in a traffic accident. Hey YouTube, it's good for you to see me. Welcome to my new movie review for Replicas. It's directed by Jeffrey Makrinoff. Wow, that is such a mouthful. It's rated M with a duration of 1 hour and 47 minutes long. It's a drama, sci-fi thriller with a little tiny bit of unintentional comedy splashed throughout. And unfortunately, this went straight to Blu-ray here in Australia. It didn't even get a theatrical release. And in my personal opinion, guys, I actually think that was a good idea. So, the cast of Replicas is the brilliant, the amazing, the wonderful Neo from The Matrix himself, Keanu Reeves as William Foster, the stunning Alice Eve as Mona Foster, the incredible Thomas Middleditch as Ed Whittle, John Oates as Jones. Now, if John Oates' face looks familiar, that's because he's one of the villains in the Fast and Furious franchise as Braga. And the two children in this movie are MJ Anthony as Matt Foster, and last but definitely not least as Emily as Sophie Foster. This literally, guys, is one of those movies, genuinely and authentically, where there are scenes scattered throughout the movie, literally, that is surprising and shocking. And so many times you're like, it just is like, that's actually really gross. Now, one of the things in my personal opinion, guys, that really is such an intensely strong, powerful element of cinema, really powerful element of cinema. And for those of you who've been following me for any period of time, you know what it is. It's the core element, and I'm not going to talk about the main thing. I'm actually going to talk about the character chemistry. Now, the character chemistry with Keanu Reeves' character and Thomas Middleditch's character in this movie is outstanding. I mean, it really is. Not once in this movie, and I had to rewatch this movie to really take it in to do this review because I was so impressed. I really was. I was so just sat back in my chair the first time I watched it, and I was like, yep, this is awesome. This is awesome. It really is, guys, one of those movies that, and I just want to talk to you for a second really quickly. I want to just tell you about something. Now, I commented on Village Roadshow's Facebook page, and they were promoting this movie on their page because it must have went to DVD, and that's what they were promoting. And I said this was I just poured out my thoughts on this and said how brilliant it was. I loved it. It was amazing. It was incredibly Keanu Reeves. And some of the comments below were really negative, saying it Keanu Reeves' acting was really flat and just really negative things. Rewatching this movie so I could give you guys, and I apologize, I feel like I've been MIA for ages, guys, missing in action, but it's purely because I've just lost time. I've just been doing other stuff, and I've been really wanting to give you this review for ages, but I haven't got a chance, and now I do. One of the things that I have to say about this movie, guys, that people were saying was Keanu Reeves' acting specifically in this movie, and they were saying how flat he was. Rewatching this movie, guys, man, Keanu Reeves is not flat at all in this film. I actually have no idea at all, and I really authentically, genuinely mean that. I don't know what they're talking about. And I thought to myself, did you watch the same movie as me? Because I have a feeling you didn't. And previously what I was saying about this movie, guys, is the core element, in my humble opinion, guys, in my humble opinion, it is the core DNA that movies, film need to go back and do exactly what I did in order for me to give you this, guys. And that is, for anyone who has been following me for any period of time, you know what I'm going to say. 3, 2, 1, rewatchability. Now, rewatchability, guys, is one of those things, in my humble opinion, that movies need in order to be cinema. To go back over and over and over again. Maybe it's in 10 years' time. Maybe it's in the next year's time. Maybe it's in 5 years' time. It doesn't matter. Movies, in my opinion, need that core element of rewatchability. And I tell you what, guys, rewatching this film actually gave me the intense sense that this movie actually could have. And when you watch this movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. And those of you who have seen this movie, you'll definitely know what I'm talking about when I say this. An iRobot element, the one with Will Smith. I felt a lot of that DNA at the end of this movie. I felt that this could either be probably, I actually think, a prequel. Maybe not a sequel, but maybe a prequel to it. But definitely connected in the same universe because of what happens in the two films. Now, for those of you who have been following me for any period of time, guys, I do not do spoilers in my movie reviews because I don't think spoilers are fair. I just don't think they're fair. One of the character chemistry elements of this movie that I was so impressed by, guys, was Alice Eve's character. Alice Eve in this movie, she just... I don't know if it was her head or her eyes, or it could have just been both. But she brought this element of the created person that she was portraying when her character changes. I really bought it. I really bought it. There was something in the way she looked. There was something in her physical movements, and she just acted differently because she was so naturally humanic. I'm going to use that word, humanic, at the beginning of the film. She had so much humanity to her, so much lifelike character, and then she changes later due to a situation. And I really thought that she owned it. She really owned it. Now, Keanu Reeves in this movie, guys, for those of you who've seen this movie, come on. Can that guy do any wrong? I mean, really? Keanu Reeves brings something to this movie that really is an almost stare element. And what I mean by a stare element is it's like he's looking into the camera but not at the camera. He's doing this element that the camera is looking at his face, and he's really just, how? Why? And he's questioning without looking into the camera. But it's like he is looking into the camera. And I tell you what, guys, that element of his character in this movie, I was really impressed by. I really was. The thing that I didn't like about this movie was I was really genuinely, authentically surprised, guys, at where they took Thomas Middleditch's character. I was really surprised at that. I just didn't expect that to be the outcome. For those of you who've seen the movie, right, you know what I'm talking about. And those of you who haven't, when you see this movie, you'll get it. When you see it, you'll understand what I'm saying. I don't know why they did that to his character. I don't understand it. It made no sense. I don't know. I just felt it was too far for how much his character had put in. But nonetheless, I love this film. I honestly encourage you, if you have Get a chance. I don't. If it's on streaming, then sweet. But I don't think it is yet. But it is definitely on Blu-ray/DVD. And if you get a chance to buy it, definitely check it out. Been following me for any period of time, guys. You guys know that I, Superman Steve, love giving you guys trivia. Because trivia, for me, in my personal opinion, is just one of those things that when you find out something about a movie, that you're like, oh wow, really? I just think it's icing on the cake. And who doesn't like cake? I love cake! So it's trivia time! Filmed in August 2016, but not released in the United States until January 2019. Next piece of trivia is, guys, Nicolas Cage turned down this role before it went to Keanu Reeves. Next piece of trivia is, guys, in the film, Keanu Reeves plays Dr. William Foster in Ant-Man and the Wasp 2018. Reeves' co-star from The Matrix and John Wick, Lawrence Fishburne, also plays a character named Dr. William Foster. Next and final piece of trivia, guys, and I'll leave you with this, is David Strathairn was rumored for a role in this. Now, if David Strathairn name rings a bell, and if you haven't seen this movie, definitely go and check this out. He's actually in The River Wild. Now, that's an old classic, but he is absolutely brilliant in that movie. How crazy is that, guys? For those of you who've been following me for any period of time, and those of you who have, I just want to take this opportunity to say seriously, authentically, genuinely, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And those of you who haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you would be so kind. And if you're on while you're there subscribing, if you're on a mobile device, guys, I'd really appreciate it if you click that bell for notifications. That way, when I drop anything, it'll be yours straight away on your device straight away. That'd be amazing. And if you like this movie review, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it as well, guys. Just out of curiosity, guys, leave your comments in the comment section below. Have you had a chance? Have you even heard of Replicas? Or haven't you? Is this the first time you've even heard of Replicas? Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'd love to hear back from you. If you've seen it, what did you think about it? And if you haven't seen it, are you going to go see it now that you've hyped it up for you? And in my personal opinion, this is definitely a must-watch. Guys, thanks you again for sticking around here. Thanks for clicking on this review. Thanks to watching it till right at the end. I really appreciate your time. I genuinely do, guys. And don't forget, guys, who's bringing this movie review for Replicas to you. This is Superman Steve, guys. As always, flying out!